conversation of the day. Shady, I can't believe the question I'm about to ask. 24 hours ago, I would not have thought this would ever be a question. Is it Justin Fields' job to lose?
This is funny. You win the game, dog. Like, you win the game, NFL, yo, MVP.
Win and change everything.
How's it his job? How was it his job, though? First of all, the starter was hurt, right? And Andy Reid's a big believer in, I don't let people take somebody's job through injury.
Yes.
So you got to earn that. And then
Andy Reid ain't coaching the Steelers, sir.
I mean, he's the best coach in football.
Sure, but he ain't coaching the Steelers.
Okay, you're right. So I'm going to say no, right? And another thing is, like, to take somebody's job, you have to go out there and take that.
Yeah.
He didn't take it. He just did good enough so they wouldn't lose, right? And then the Falcons helped them out, giving a lot of turnovers. Let's talk about this for Justin Fields, though. This is 39 start, right? First start as a Steeler with 39 starts. 31 of them, 39 starts, he's had 0 or 1 passing touchdown. How are we going to win like that, Acho? That means your defense got to play great every game. They got to get all these turnovers, great field position, and then we need the quarterback to make some plays here and there. I don't want to hate on his win, because it's hard to win this league. All I'm saying is he needs to do more for me to give you the starting job.
Gotcha.
I feel it. I'm not mad at that take. I would say this. You play Justin Fields until you lose. But you do it more so for Russell Wilson than you do it for anybody else. Steelers are in a great position right now. You play Justin Fields until you lose because what we know about calf injuries is they turn into Achilles injuries. Ask Kevin Durant in the NBA Finals. Oh, just ask Aaron Rodgers in last year's first 4 games. Ask Cleveland Browns linebacker, my little bro, Jordan Hicks. Calf injuries turn into Achilles injuries, but you can preserve both your Achilles and your calf with rest. Play Justin Fields until you lose. Right now, Steelers, y'all playing with house money. You want to know what Justin Fields. Justin Fields, a backup quarterback, and you already ahead of the chains as it pertains to the win column. I think it is his job to lose, not in the literal sense, Chase, not because he went out there and he took it, but in the sense that you can keep winning and you can save Russ's health. Play Justin until he loses.
I want to ask you this question. Come on. The way that the Falcons played, I'm not hating, let's give you a scenario. Do you think Russ could have won that game too?
No.
Whoa.
No, and I'll tell you why. And this is, you actually just set me up to what I was going to say. Justin Fields did an excellent job. Let me just say excellent job at one thing, and that's maneuvering in the pocket and running. Look, this is the most Steelers win of all time. They scored 18 points, and they didn't have 300 yards of offense. At some point, you got to give Mike Tomlin his flowers as well to have that cat ready to play when the whole week was like, Russ won the quarterback competition, we're going to go with Justin Fields. And they were really conservative on offense calling plays. And that was for one reason and one reason only.
Why is that?
The offensive line play for the Steelers. It's bad. They've struggled in preseason. They got Russell hit in preseason. They got Justin Fields in preseason. And my whole take is, yes, it is Justin Fields' job to lose for one reason and one reason only. It's because this offense isn't precision passing. Russell Wilson brings you that precision passing. This offense is about zone read, RPO, get the ball out of your hands quickly. Don't turn the ball over. Justin Fields is 4-2 in that span when he doesn't turn the ball over. I want to show you one play that illustrates exactly what I'm saying is don't turn the ball over. It's an early 3rd down. So here we have it right here. It's a trips formation right here up top. Okay, all they're going to run, I'm going to show it because I cheated. They're going to run a drive concept with a post. Acho, this is like day one stuff.
Day one install.
This is just called post high. Like, it's easy. Then they have a 9 stop right here by George Pickens. First things first, okay? You run it, and the first ball, it should go here. He's reading. Justin Fields is reading the wrong side. I just want to point that out, all right? So when stuff breaks down, watch his eyes because I'm going to pause it when he gets going. Okay, they're showing this double-A mug. They get out to this too high look, all right? But it's a quarters safety right there, Acho, and they're cheating to this side. Justin Fields' eyes, I'm going to draw the vision cone like old school Madden. You like that right there? Should be on that safety right there. His eyes, they're not. They're this way, okay? He should have done that. But he read the wrong side. That's okay. You get messed up. Go run for a first down. Like, this is what he brings to the offense. And you just go, like, he is comfortable in that pocket. That's what I noticed. But also, like, look at the pocket right there. Russell Wilson with a calf injury, with the right calf, he can't get out of that right there.
But my question is this. My coach always said, James Jones, the coach would always say, why drive when you can fly? Simply meaning, why run when you can pass? What Justin Fields just displayed was his athleticism, but James, you played with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. They can pass, so they didn't have to run.
Yeah.
What's your take on this?
Yeah, and like my dog Shady says over there, what I'm not going to let you do is sit here and act like Russell Wilson couldn't score 13 points. The Falcons had 10 points. Russell Wilson would have won that game,
Even
too.
with a 60%
They won that game on defense, man.
But you guys are forgetting
But hold on, real quick, though, because you just said he read the wrong side. What if Russ is in the game and he read the right side and the ball come out his hands? So all I'm saying is Justin Fields did what he had to do to win the ball, to not lose the ball game. Because the defense played their tails off. 3 takeaways, allowed 10 points. They was all over Kirk Cousins all game long. They did what they had to do. What made me proud is Justin Fields did not turn the ball over and make some of them bonehead plays that he made in Chicago. It's okay to punt. It's okay to let your defense go out there, and he did, and they won the game. But when you talk about winning a job, no, he did not win the job. When Russell Wilson is healthy, Russell Wilson should be the starter.
That's right.
I believe. Okay, sure.
What if they go 4-0? Russell Wilson's calf injury, 60%.
When Russell Wilson is healthy, I believe Russell Wilson should be the starter.
Here's the beauty of this show, right? In other shows, I didn't got all the athletes up here. So there's what nobody tells y'all on television is no player is truly fully healthy. So let me ask you this, James. Let me ask you this, Shady. Let me ask you this, Chase. When Russell Wilson is what kind of healthy? Because Justin Fields can play until Russ gets to 100%, or are you just saying when Russell Wilson is capable of playing?
Yeah. No,
break it down for me.
For me, like I said last week, Russell Wilson should not go out there until he's 100%. A lot is riding on this season for Russell Wilson. He cannot afford to play bad, or nobody's going to give him another opportunity to be a starting quarterback. For himself, he has to make sure he's 100%. When he does go to Mike Tomlin and say, Coach, I'm 100, I've been out there practicing, I feel good, it should be his job. I watched that game. From first quarter to the fourth quarter. Justin Fields was not like that. I feel like Russell Wilson still gives them the better chance. But what it does is buy time for Russ to get 100% healthy, and when he is, you put him out there.
And I don't think you should lose your job from injury, though, unless the backup is just balling. For example, when we had Michael Vick was the starter, with Chip Kelly, we started rolling with our offense. We was killing it. Mike got hurt, pulled a hamstring, so he's out about 4 weeks.
Yep.
Nick Foles stepped in. We like, okay, just manage the game, Nick. You know, you got all these playmakers around you. Just don't lose it. And he said, lose it. No, I'm going to win it. And he was balling, though. 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns.
He had 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions over that stretch.
And then he was like player of the month and all that.
Yep.
So when Mike Vick came back, who's our favorite, he was our favorite, because I love Nick, but he ain't Mike. We like, yo, man, what we going to do? Because we in the facility, and we talking about it.
That's real.
I'm like, yo, we love Mike.
That's real.
He's special, but this backup
but not to
is
mention,
killing it.
in that situation, let me paint the picture for y'all at home, because this is one of the most fascinating stories that the world doesn't know about. In that Mike Vick situation, we had started 3-5. Eagles had. Started 3-5 under Mike Vick. Here comes Nick Foles. Like Shady said,
and the offense was good. The offense was good. The defense was issue.
Offense was solid.
It was y'all.
But 3-5, 3-5 nonetheless. Foles comes in. He has 27 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions over a 9-game stretch, I believe it was. He goes 8-1. They send his gloves into the Hall of Fame because versus the Oakland Raiders at the time, he had 7 passing touchdowns, an NFL record. We end up finishing the season 10-6 after starting 3-5. We have a home playoff game versus the New Orleans Saints in 2013. Chase, you may have been in New Orleans at the time. Like, that was a situation where Nick Foles took the job.
Because we wanted Mike. We wanted Mike, though, but he was the backup was playing so good.
No doubt.
We like, yo, we don't want to mess up the chemistry. But when I look at the Steelers, I don't see a lot of chemistry on the offense. Like, yo, we got to start Justin Fields. So I guess it's a big difference.
I got a question for you, though. You talked about that Mike Vick, Nick Foles situation.
Yeah.
And it reminds me, it doesn't remind me of this situation, but I want to ask you in the locker room.
Ask your boy.
What was that like? Was there half people that wanted Vick, half people that wanted Foles? Because you got to imagine this scenario with Justin Fields. If he goes out and balls, these teammates are going to get behind him. And Russell Wilson, now, I'm not going to say what he's done in Pittsburgh, but at times in his career, he's alienated himself. Okay? Yeah. And he's been a leader. Do you think there's a fracture in that locker room when the time is to come to choose?
I'm going to answer your question, but I also want to put something on it first. Everybody always talks about the whole thing with the locker room, like, oh, does he fit in? One thing about fitting in, when you winning, you could be weird, you could be a weirdo, you could be cool, you could be the coolest guy. That don't matter. When we win in games, we're going to win in the locker room, and then we all going to go our separate ways, right? That's what happens.
That's facts.
The second thing is, I feel like, no, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Do you think it causes a fracture in the locker room?
I got you. All right. So I'm going to say no, right? Because in the locker room, we all love Vic. That was our guy. We want Michael Vick in. We're more electrifying, right? But when the backup came in there doing better than Mike, we like, yo, we don't want to mess with the chemistry. And we were winning games, right? And we were putting stats up and all that.
Yeah.
And it looked different, obviously, but we were still winning. And the biggest thing in football is winning. So when we see that, the defensive guys like, yo, man, I know Mike's healthy, but we need Nick.
I think
offensive dudes is like, yo, we want Mike, but we winning with Nick. So
it also matters what the backup does. Because think about it. There was chaos yesterday because Russell Wilson, though he wasn't active, he was dressed out. So then people were clowning like,
he could play
why you in pads? But to Shady's point, he was the emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
It matters what the QB does. In the locker room when Nick Foles took over for Mike Vick, again, we're bringing you inside the facility, but we're literally taking y'all inside the NFL facility, Eagles.